Hello and welcome to episode 17 of the Slalt Cast. I'm your host Daniel and I'm joined today by my co-hosts Dugan, Kobe, Joseph and Caden. Before the episode starts, I'd like to ask that you take the time to please give us a positive rating wherever you're listening and to follow our socials at Slaltcast on Twitter and Instagram.
And so I said, can't have love actually.
You can't have love actually. Now, Caden, you were saying something before the podcast about Batman movies to Joseph. Say it now, please.
Basically, I went back and started rewatching the old Dark Knight movies.
Wait,
And,
do you mean like the Tim Burton ones?
Not the Tim Burton ones.
As in like the Dark
Christopher
Knight.
Nolan ones.
Oh,
Okay.
they're not the old Batman.
They're not the old
movies.
ones.
The
but-
second most recent Batmans, yes.
Yeah. Like, I went back and watched Batman Begins, which is way better than I always remembered.
It's so fucking good. Yeah, it's amazing.
And then The Dark Knight. Now,
Which is fucking amazing.
I don't know if it's a controversial opinion or not, but
Well,
I
I
kind of
wanna hear
prefer
this.
Batman Begins over The Dark Knight.
All right, Caden.
It is a controversial opinion, but not an uncommon one. Believe
And
it or not.
also is my opinion as well. I like
Actually?
I like Batman Begins a lot more than The Dark Knight.
Only because I feel like it sets the scene a little bit more, and it's actually kind of like more engaging. Whereas Dark Knight, like the Joker setup, is the coolest thing about it, and that's kind of it.
Is that the one that has Liam Neeson in it?
Liam
That's
Neeson's
the
doll.
first one. That's Batman
Liam's
Begins.
Neeson's.
Yeah,
non-stop doll.
That character always confused me. I wasn't sure if he was a good guy, bad guy, or what the fuck he was.
Ra's
Man.
al Ghul.
That's kind of
yeah.
that's his.
He's
character.
racially ambiguous.
Meaning?
Yeah, but most of the time he is a villain, but he's a
He is a
villain
villain.
with morals. That
Exactly.
makes sense.
He's like
It's
Robin
always-
Hood, but killing people.
It's always a social conflict because he's kind of doing the right thing, but the way he goes about it isn't always just.
Remember,
so.
like in
The ends
Arrow
justify the means.
season 4?
Three.
Who gives a
Three.
fuck about Arrow? Wasn't that
Though
a shit show?
I like the Ra's al Ghul stuff in Arrow, I'll be the first to say it.
And you'll be the last, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the
No one
only
else likes that.
I think the only avid watcher of Arrow is still Duggo. That's it.
That show's
I think-
finished, isn't it?
Actually,
Yeah, it is.
He
I've
dies.
never seen
Spoiler.
it, and I don't
Season
think
1
I
and
wanna
2 is
watch
really
it.
good. Season one
Season 1 and 2
is
were
really
good.
Yeah.
But season 2 is not as good as I
Season
remember.
3 was okay.
Season
Season
one's
4 was
as good as I
horrendous.
No,
Horrendous.
season 3
Season-
is like one of the
Season
worst.
5 is season 5 the one where it got really good again?
No one watched it.
It's yeah, like no one watched it, but it started getting good. I watched like half the season, like this is good, and then just forgot to download it one day because it didn't come on here in Australia like on time.
This is the
So-
second time in a week we've talked about DC
Yeah.
stuff. Well, second time in a week, second podcast in a row.
There you go. No, but yeah, I Batman Begins much better movie. I wouldn't say much better, but to me it's like going from a
It's
10
a better
to a 9.5.
It's a better Batman film than
Well, if you
it's a
really
better
want
Batman
to
film.
Yeah.
broaden your
Actually,
horizon,
it's a better
boys,
film.
you'd have to talk about something else. Like, there's a topic out there which always pops up on my Facebook, and it pisses me off every time I see it because I don't watch the fucking show. I don't.
Okay, what is it?
It's fucking Friends. Every single time, Friends pops up on my
Was
Facebook.
gonna be this way.
Get like,
It's
dude.
the worst show, eh? It's so
I
bad.
dislike
Laura watches it to fall asleep to, and then she wakes up and rewatches the same episode and goes, "I haven't seen this one." She's seen the bloody seasons 12 times over. Just watches them on repeat, non-stop. Knows what every line is and just says them anyway.
it's not a good show.
It's not.
I've
It's the
only
Brooklyn Nine-Nine
seen,
of
like-
back then.
half episodes, but see, the thing is people love it because it's iconic. That's it. Like, it's you don't sit
No,
there
it was
and you
good.
watch it.
Like when it came out, it was that lowest common denominator shit. It's like fucking How I Met Your Mother.
I was
or-
gonna say fuck, Marry,
um,
Kill, Big Bang Theory,
shit.
Friends,
Do
and the
not
last
say
season of
How
Fresh
I Met
Prince.
Your Mother.
Exactly. So it's like we say it every now and again. It's like Star Wars is amazing, but you go back and you compare the old Star Wars to like a lot of newer movies, they don't hold up. But that's the point. You don't compare them.
Do you ever think about like kids shows that you used to watch and go, "That's actually
Often.
kind of fucked"?
They're always fucking good though.
Oh,
That's
no.
the thing.
No,
Codenames
dude.
Kids
It
Next Door
depends.
was the shit.
Dugan's gonna bring up Freak. He's just gonna bring up Freak.
Dude, I can't get over that show. It's
What's
a show, freaky, dude. Oh my
Tell
god,
us,
Ken,
tell
I'll
us
send
the
you a
whole
link. It's ridiculous. Like, when we were down the coast, I remembered this show. I was discussing it with the boys around the fire. I was like, the show goes on. There's three people, 2 students and a teacher, and they're in a bloody lab.
I've seen that video before.
Yeah, and they're talking. You're a fucking grub. um, yeah, and they're going on about how Darwinism and how like the strongest survive and whatnot, and these lab rats are running around a maze, and they go, "Sir, why is two picking on one?" And they go, "Well, the strongest will survive. They'll overcome." Blah blah bullshit. And next thing you know, the male student and the teacher pick up these rats and eat them. I'm like, what the fuck? Imagine watching this as a 6-year-old, 8-year-old kid on ABC going, what the fuck is going on? And it just goes on like it like freaks out where this girl student just starts running around the school. And as she runs around the school, she's actually trapped in the maze. And it's like freaky, you know what I mean? Like, that's a fucking show. It's
Like the show name?
Yeah,
That kind of reminds me, speaking of kids shows, of another one that I used to be obsessed with as a kid, which was called, I think, Code Lyoko? Code Lyoko.
Code Lyoko. Is that the fluffy thing?
No. It was like this, it was this weird, I don't know why I liked it, because it looks like shit. But it
it's
was
like
this,
that. It has that Transformers Beast Wars style, like fake 3D animation.
yeah, so it went from 2D where they're at school, and then they went into like this cyber world to where it was like 3D, kind of.
Kaden, knowing you watch this show explains so much about you.
But you want to know what's a funny story, and it ties into the old Thumbtack story. Is
Oh, God,
is
not that.
the season final or something was being aired like over the weekends, and I always wanted to watch it. So it was kind of ramping up towards the finale, and because of what I did, I wasn't able to watch the final. So I never got to see how it ended. Never got to see how it ended. I was always so invested in it.
Caden,
I
you've
love
literally
that.
just opened up my eyes. I remember watching this religiously
You remember
as
this?
well.
Yep.
Oh my
You
god!
look like the kid in the green shirt, forehead and all.
Forehead and all. That's amazing.
Is this
Oh
how
my
everyone
god.
feels when I talk about history that I just got no clue what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, but this is
Yes,
interesting.
100%.
Okay, guys. Total Drama Island. There's no way
Oh,
that show can be bad,
oh,
right? I
that
want
was
to go
the
back
best.
and rewatch it.
That was great.
That was the
That's
best.
good. I watched that
Season
recently.
3 was bad. The one where they got the new characters.
I'm talking about like Total Drama Island, the first season with the
first
cast.
season.
Even the
Total Drama
second season
Island.
was like decent.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I know
Oh,
what
yeah,
I'm
did you
doing.
say?
Total, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but Total Drama Island was where if people got into anime titties, it's where it started.
Oh
Yeah,
Jesus.
100%.
How is that a kid show?
How did I know it was going to go this
We all wanted
direction?
to take
Who
How-
drew
no,
that
it was-
show
it
for
was the
kids? Like,
it was
it was-
the-
They
We
did
wanted
not
to
draw
take
that.
anime
It was
titties.
not
No.
made for kids.
No. No. Jesus.
Titty
It was
goth
Bridget.
girl.
It was 100% Bridget.
Yep.
Okay,
Bridget's
hold
the
on.
blonde, isn't it?
Total
Yeah.
Drama Island.
Joseph's into Izzy. Izzy is a redhead one.
No, Caden.
okay.
I bet
No,
Caden and
Joseph's-
Kobe were both
Joseph's
after the
into the
goth
fat
chick,
one.
Gwen.
Oh. Joseph.
Joseph's
no.
into the fat one.
Oh no.
Wait.
Joseph's into the good girl. That's actually the bad girl. So the Courtney girl.
Kobe was
You know,
into
the-
Duncan.
I was into Gwen,
I'm
dude.
having a look at
Gwen's
the
hot.
characters.
I just said you were into the fucking goth chick. I
Yeah.
knew it.
Yeah,
Oh,
fucking-
Joseph was into Sadie.
Oh.
You're saying all these names. I don't know what you're talking about.
Didn't you
I'm
watch
looking at
Total
the-
Drama Island?
There's the blonde one, the brown one, the
The brown
really pale-
one. My god.
Oh my
no,
god.
no, because then the girls, redhead, white with the short shorts, big titty goth girl, tall, dark, and the blondie.
What the
What's your
fuck?
point? You're like, what's
The one with the black hair. Oh, I like that one.
What's her
I
name?
like
Heather.
her. I don't
Is
know.
I watched this show so often as a child.
Oh, as a
I
child.
used to love
yeah.
it.
It wasn't on like that much when we were kids. Was
It was.
It was on
like-
ABC3 and I
Yeah,
DVR'd
it's
that
like
bitch.
it's like the other show which I used to religiously watch, Stoked.
Yes,
Stoked.
the surfer one.
That-
Oh
the
my
surfing
fucking
one.
god, that show was
Loved it.
awesome.
You know what? It was such a good show. Mum would sit down and watch it with us. That's how much she liked. That's how much it was. I can't.
And once again, how is
That's how
that a
good it
kids
was.
show? Like that.
What do
was,
you mean?
It was like aimed hot. Like I feel like I was watching that when I was like 5, and it was aimed kind of like more preteen. I would say.
Pretty interesting that you say 5 when it was 2009 to 2013.
Was it really,
Yeah, dude.
bro? My time. When did ABC3 get closed? Like, when did they start? When did that turn off?
I don't know.
2016?
Bro, my timeline's whack. I thought it ended in like 2011.
Yeah, I was
2011. We were still in
Confused.
primary school.
2016.
16. Jeez.
Oh, on the money, boys.
Yeah, it's because you're still watching it, you fucking weirdo. Watching those shows.
No,
Yeah.
there used to be a vampire anime on there. It was the last show they'd play.
Okay, well, I know this is a question that we've all been begging for. Who was your cartoon crush?
Kim Possible.
Ooh.
Kim Possible.
Oh.
Mister, I had Foxtel. I had Disney on.
Kim
Foxtel.
Possible was on...
Excuse me, Saturday morning
yeah,
Disney.
Saturday morning on
I
Channel
never
10,
watched
Toaster
Saturday.
TV.
I don't
also-
know. Hold on. I don't know about yous, but I think we're missing out on a really important character.
Caden, you're right. The puppet that smoked in Thunderbirds.
Why has no one mentioned Ty Lee?
Ty Lee.
Who?
From Avatar? No,
From
Caden's
Avatar?
right. But
Ty
she
Lee.
is. I'm
Oh,
pretty
the
sure
cute-
in that
the little cute
series she is a child.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of sus, dude.
That's mad.
No.
That's kind of
Whack.
sus.
No.
Yeah.
Caden,
Let's
how's
see
your
how
lawyer?
old Ty Lee is. Oh, ooh, not looking good there, boss. Not looking good there, boss.
Dugan, I'd like you to read the age out for our listeners to hear.
Ty Lee's age, as of oh,
No, don't say it.
Ty Lee
Don't
is
say
a
it.
major character in Avatar: The Last Airbender. She's a 14-year-old girl, and is described to be an athletic member. And she's also called the circus freak. Oh Jesus!
Get
Oh god.
him
out
of here.
Caden, as your lawyer, we do not have any statements on this matter.
Oh, that's kind of sus, dude.
But he
Dan's
is
trying to
pleading.
cover his own
He is
tracks
pleading innocent.
by
No,
pinning
what
it on
the
someone else.
fuck?
I saw Dan go down the vents, okay?
Oh jeez. Well, in video game news, did any of you see that opening night live? Two events happened. First of which was opening night live. Did any of you see anything from this?
No.
Do any of you know
Not
what it is?
really. Fuck no.
Oh, yes, I saw it. I know everything. We don't have to talk about it.
Is
So
that
opening
DC
night
fandom?
live is the opening night of Gamescom, which is a video game convention that happens in Germany.
Oh, is
and-
that what's his fucking name? That
Jeff
goes there?
Keighley?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's him. Anyway,
Nice.
it was supposed to be sick, but it wasn't. The main cool thing they showed was they showed more gameplay from Star Wars Squadrons. Oh boy, that game's
Oh.
going to be fucking awesome.
Oh fuck yeah.
It looks like you get like a full Elite Dangerous cockpit, but it's Star Wars and fighting.
You've aroused me for the last time.
So Joseph, the real question is, when are you going to buy a flight simulator so we can?
Why is it me?
Because you're the one who'll do it.
And have a job that pays enough.
You're making good points on all of these ones.
Joseph, what I want you to do is go to Amazon right now.
Look, Dan, if I'd gotten paid today, I may have indulged.
Ooh, indulged.
So you're saying your work skipped your pay? Is that...
No, he gets
Yes,
paid
no, the-
fortnightly.
The government skipped my pay. No, I thought Dan said I get paid.
Hey, you worked for the government. That means our taxes pay your salary. That means we're your boss.
Yeah, and do you know where your fucking salary goes?
Bag.
Straight to Joseph.
Cheeky.
Oh my god.
So the other event was SawCon. Do any of you guys know what SawCon is?
Does it have to do with the movie Saw?
Do any of you know what SawCon is?
Caden 100% knows what it is.
Caden, can you please say the words? What is SawCon?
Sock on this dick!
God fucking! You suck, Caden. You fucking suck.
Got him. We got him, boys.
Dude,
We got
that's-
him.
No, you
That's-
got yourself.
What
That's,
do you mean?
that's
He's the one
sus.
that asked what it is, so I got him.
Kobe, that's really sus, man.
that's sus, dude.
That's real fucking
That is so
sus.
sus. That's sus.
What just happened? I was zoned out.
Speaking of Kobe being sus, you get any new Tinder matches?
No,
Or
I
did the
didn't.
chick from last week respond?
No. So yesterday, that's loud. Sorry. So yesterday, I
Some
gave
content was okay.
Cameron and Dugan the wheel. To
Oh,
swipe.
how did we go, too?
Literally,
just said he got
you
no
you
matches.
swiped left on maybe 97% of the people that were on there.
Yeah, and the 3%?
You
Wait,
didn't
did they?
match.
Oh, well, no, why would you give it to the guys that have girlfriends? The fuck?
Oh, because I thought they were going to like have a field day, but no. Cameron is picky. Cameron is a picky eater.
It's because Cameron can afford to be for some fucking
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah. Have you seen his eyes? They're baby blue.
Yeah.
Have you seen his legs? They're non-existent. So
It doesn't matter when you're looking at the top half of his body and he's got a chest like a fucking gorilla.
yeah,
Like,
but when push comes to shove, when you're down on your knees, you're going to be right there facing him.
mate,
So-
you're the one down on knees. That's all I'm gonna say.
Why are you insinuating that? When I eat pussy, which is regularly,
We weren't implying
Okay.
it was pussy.
We didn't
Do
say.
you eat pussy like you eat chicken wings?
The answer to that maybe no.
Well, no, he does. He doesn't eat it.
Yeah, exactly.
I stick my I
You stick what?
I stick my dick between the bones.
Oh, get him out of here.
It's
Terrible.
got real dark.
Absolutely
this one.
terrible.
I'm kidding, everybody. I'm still a virgin.
You
So what was the
Salty.com.
point? It's like salty.com. Fucking remember to buy your merch and post the stories and tag Slalt Cast so Joseph gets his tattoo. So
Yes.
far
Oh,
since last
what-
episode we've had 0 further submissions. So please, as the merch comes in, post the things because we don't want Joseph to get away with it.
Now, I don't want to step in just so abruptly, but I have a big thing that's happened. Oh, that's going to happen. And no.
Your girlfriend's pregnant.
No, but definitely not. Well,
You don't know that.
we might. I come back next week and I'll tell you. No, she's not. Definitely not. There is a race on Friday.
Oh, is it actually happening?
Is it a race war?
Oh, it's the race.
It's the race.
Slotcast official race war.
Yeah, it's our big Long John Silver Lachlan Bowmer up against fiery redhead Dominic Coughlin Friday at I don't know 6:30 or something.
Can you please explain to the kids at home what the premise of this race is and how and why it came about?
Yeah, sure. Our mate Lachlan Bowmer, he's a big fella. He's about 6'5", 6'6". To be fair, would you say? Yeah. But he's lanky, so he looks awkward when he runs, but he's super fast.
But he has a stride length similar to that of a horse.
100%. He literally
cock to
gallops up the
match.
field.
I was gonna say it's not the only comparison
Yes.
you can draw.
So the big fella runs fast, but he's very slow off the mark. And Dominic, who's very quick, just in general, he powers through like a 40-meter sprint and could smash anyone in 40 meters. But over 100, I've put down a bit of money for Bowman to beat him. And it's just a lump sum of $500.
Jesus.
That's not a lump sum, buddy.
That's
So
exactly
that
what
is
a
a
lump
lump-
sum
yeah.
is. Fucking
Okay,
illiterate
Caden, what
cunt.
did you think a lump sum
What?
was?
You spastic.
Why must you ruin everything, Caden?
I don't want to be on this podcast anymore.
What did you think was gonna happen when you just
Look,
say
I'm-
random shit that doesn't make sense?
should put $1,000 in can and say something dumb like "fuck me."
That's paying $1. and
That's
one
paying $1
cent,
That's
mate.
what he means. He's paying 98 cents.
you
You bet on
know,
that you lose money.
You lose money.
It's 98 cents. You can't do it. You just lose money. Caden gives you money for saying something dumb.
So yeah, the big race. We'll try have coverage of it on the Slotcast Instagram for those of you who can't make it. But if you can make it on the day, be sure to come down. Speaking of making it on the day, Kobe, you have a gig.
Yes.
This is like your window to promote your shit without me bleeping it.
All right. If you go to @south_bound_band.
How's your day been, Joseph? No, I'll be nice. I'll be nice. Say it. And you know what? This is when Dan's gonna cut it.
No, I'm
and you
actually
won't be
not.
able to-
Dugan, I was actually gonna let him have this because it's for a good cause. So
Okay.
Yes. So, Southbound.
What
the
you eat for
band.
lunch today, dude?
Just
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! This is for a good cause. It's for a charity. It's for
honestly,
it's
Kobe
for
needs to make
AIM.
up for the remarks he made at the end of last week's episode.
Yeah, seriously.
seriously.
I'm going to.
I can't let you say that on the podcast.
Speaking of, I haven't heard Caden in a while. Caden, you alright, buddy? We didn't really mean it,
I'm waiting to
man.
hear from Kobe.
Oh, sorry. Okay, Kobe, go on.
This is the worst plug. This is why I bleep all of your shit, Kobe. You just can't get it out.
They're ruining it! They're the ones that are ruining it. I don't know what to tell you.
Don't bully the poor boy. Let him at least talk about it.
Spit it out.
Come
Go on,
man.
son.
High
Spit it out.
energy, high octane, good old fashioned family fun. Tell us about it, Kobe.
So my band Southbound.
Do it again, but sound more excited.
So my band Southbound and a couple other bands that we're playing with, which are Dog Pound and Radicals, where we're playing a charity gig for
Don't
the
say dog
Australian
pound, you're going to get
Indigenous.
Joseph excited.
And it's come back to JoJo.
Dog.
Okay, did you know what lump sum means? Shut the
The joke about you is literally dog pound. I don't think you want to be making anything else.
Kaden, you're the one
yes.
who was pounding a 14-year-old.
Oh my god, I can't. I honestly can't anymore. I can't.
Are you even allowed to plug after that intro? Like,
What do you mean?
So, okay, come on, what's happening? You and
hey,
Joseph.
let him speak. Let's go. Shh.
So we're playing with Radicals and Dog Pound. We're playing a charity gig for AIM, which is the Australian Indigenous Mentoring Experience.
Awesome.
Good
Yep.
cause. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of fun. It's in the 21st of October, and there are 50 tickets available.
So get in quick, kids.
Yeah,
Where can we
so
find
go-
that? Sorry.
Probably by the time this podcast is out, it's going to be on South_bound_band on Instagram. Or Southbound78 on Facebook.
Why do you
Awesome.
not have brand consistency with your naming?
Because Southbound78 was taken on Instagram.
But why would you go 78?
Because that's what
That's when Boma was born.
1 through 77.
That's when
was
Boma's
taken.
soul was born.
He just floated around doing tasks and stuff in the
Until it
meantime, waiting
found
for
a
his
body.
body to be found. Yeah.
Until I found a worthy body.
he was flipping cocks left, right, and center, going, nah, not big enough, nah.
Oh, Jesus.
I need a big enough host.
Had to be white.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a yikes.
Yeah, you have to cut that after having
We're
a...
trying to get onto Triple J, so if
So
you can
yes,
cut that
buy Kobe's things because it's for AIM and it's supporting Indigenous rights. And after the horrendous remarks Kobe made last episode, he told me to leave in, which was kind of fucked up.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, we need to make reparations.
Make reparations. He's not fucking Germany in World War II. It doesn't.
How did you somehow bring it back to...
Reparations is a very war-based thing, okay?
Nah, but you still
Whenever
brought...
you wrong someone and then you get called on it and you have to give them shit back, it's reparations.
Yeah, exactly, World War II.
Yeah. Well, no,
but
the
still.
reparations were from World War One, weren't they? And then Hitler
Yeah.
started paying them.
Well,
Yeah,
and
it
World
was.
War, World War II as well. But that was in blood.
Jesus.
God, I hate you.
So
God,
did
I
you
hate
see that
Caden.
Elon Musk
Fuck
put
you,
a
Caden.
computer in a pig's head?
What?
Yeah, I
Did
should
he
say,
actually?
How amazing is that?
Yeah, so they did.
Did he actually?
Are you guys familiar with Neuralink?
Yeah.
No?
So Elon Musk is developing a technology where you put a computer in your head.
What the fuck?
And so they did a quote unquote demo of it on like fucking Friday. And they didn't actually demo anything really. He walked out 2 pigs and he says, this one has a chip in its brain and this one used to have a chip in its brain. And then gave nothing to prove it.
It's just 2 pigs, and he's like, let's pretend it has a chip in its brain.
Not pretend. They maintained that the pig, like, the one pig did actually have the chip and the other one had it put in and removed as like proof that you can safely remove it.
One was listening to Kid Boing, and the other one wasn't.
He's I Am Blind now. Blind spelled Blixen. Go listen to his new song.
But
Also go to salty.com while you're there. But yeah, no. So far he reckons like the applications into Neuralink are medical, but then he was saying we're going to be able to like send thoughts as text messages with our brain.
And
Well, that's
listen
dangerous.
to
That's
music.
so dangerous. Because what happens if okay, I'm Joseph. I go, I'm sending this text message to a girl, but then I send it to my mum. You know, that's what he thinks.
Wait, what? What?
You're gonna send a brain snap of your wee wee to your mother.
Yeah, because Joseph goes, oh, Maria.
Oh my god!
Oh my.
Oh
fuck is
God,
happening? That's
Jesus
What the fuck?
Christ!
You fucking weird cunt.
Oh. No, you're the weird cunt. You're the one doing
Yeah, you're
it.
the one thinking it, man. You're fucked.
Yeah,
That's fucked up,
Jesus.
Joseph. Honestly,
That's fucked up,
Yeah,
Joseph.
all the just because all the other boys want to fuck your mum doesn't mean you have to.
Mate,
Oh, Caden, I wouldn't laugh if I was you either.
I was gonna say, don't be
Caden,
Caden,
nothing to love about that.
No.
At least
And
my
you know
mum
what?
is.
You know what? ever since big fella Jace called Kobe Cody, I don't know. Cody's been kind of paying for it, you know what I mean?
Spit it out, buddy.
So would you guys get the
Lump
chip in your
sum,
brain?
You didn't know what that was.
No, I would not
Yes,
get the
I
chip
would.
in my brain.
Sorry, no.
Honestly,
Gotta get the chip.
man, couldn't put the chip in me fast enough. Honestly,
Yes.
Really?
yeah,
I'll-
fuck yeah,
I wanna
plug
be
me
cool.
in. I want to be part of this. Download my shit, man.
I don't,
I feel like
I
it'd
downloaded
just
the
be
bit, but
you're
that's
on an
about it.
LSD trip the entire time.
Why? It's just gonna be living, but you have Wikipedia.
Do you feel like no, it's genuine question? Sorry, Caden, stole your thing. Do you think your brain's fast enough or can compute it well
No, it
enough?
doesn't need to be. The chip's
What do you
fast.
mean?
That doesn't
Yeah.
need to be.
So
there.
at the moment, just say you want to know something about fucking cats. You're like, I want to know how long a cat lives for. You grab your phone, you unlock that bitch, you go to Chrome, you Google how long's a cat live for. There's a huge amount of delay, like input delay, based on the fact of all of the actions you have to take to do that. With the chip, what he's like reckons is, you think I want to know how long a cat lives for, and the chip just goes, grabs the information, and then tells it straight back to your brain. So it happens quick. Like you don't waste any time grabbing your phone, unlocking it, typing the query. It's instant because it's in your brain.
Dude, that's dangerous. Because just think, everyone individually think about how many bad things you think about a day. Okay, things
I
that you
mean,
really shouldn't know about,
you
but
have to,
like
like,
if you
okay
Google
Google it,
searched
man.
it, you have to okay Google it.
I don't know. I Google search all of the things I think about anyway.
I don't
Yeah,
think
so
it'd be
do I.
so like accidental
oh,
to the point where you can sit there and be like, man, could really just really feeling it today, and then all of a sudden just send a raunchy text to someone. It's not like
Yeah.
so carefree. I feel like
Yeah,
it's,
because sometimes the input delay between your brain and sending a message
Is
is
thinking.
important because
Yes.
there's time to process.
What am
there's
I
time for
doing?
you to process.
Yeah.
If something is instant like that and it is directly shot into somebody's brain, like that's
It's
kind of
the
fucked.
future.
No, you guys are getting scared about the wrong bit of it. The bit
Yeah.
you should be scared about is the fact that this chip's going to have like a GPS or some shit in it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
The
it.
fact
Yeah.
that they
I was waiting for
will-
someone to say that. No one really brought
And
that
Elon's
up.
going to know where you are.
No,
fine.
I mean, I don't give a
Daddy
shit.
Elon
I've said it
that's
before.
already happening.
I
That's
don't give
already
a
happening.
fuck
I already
if
got my
someone like
Snap Maps
Elon
on.
Musk or
Yeah,
Bill
exactly.
Gates knows where I am. I think that benefits me. If like Bill Gates goes, oh, this random guy in Australia just flicked the switch and the chip activates and I suddenly become a billionaire overnight.
So it's
You know?
but the issue is not it's not Bill Gates or Elon knowing where you are. It's the hackers and the like,
Yeah, that too.
it's like identity theft and fraud and people like it's really the
taking
big
away
issue
that
in the
blanket of
future.
security that we have.
I mean,
like,
the blanket's
besides-
not there. It's like taking away even more of the blanket now because it's
Exactly,
already
that's what I'm
fairly
trying to
easy
get
to
at.
steal an identity. It'd just be even easier when it's all in your brain.
That's what I was trying to get
I
at.
don't
Thank
know.
you for finishing my point.
But also, if I can send snaps just with my eyes,
There's
that's
a lot
pretty,
of shit you
it's pretty
don't want to
hectic,
see.
man. Oh god.
Yeah, I'd probably send a lot more dick pics than I would mean to.
Oh,
You could hold on. So if you get this chip right and you hook it up to your nervous system, does that mean there'd be like a new genre of porn which just like sends to the chip but it stimulates your nerves?
oh my god, what's that thing?
Stimulate.
What's
How
that?
it feels to chew five.
Oh my god,
gum.
Dan, what's that? What's that episode I'm thinking of?
Oh, Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Yes.
Yeah. The memory
Yeah.
one.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, when they're remembering
the
the
video
first
game
time
one.
and just
No,
kind
the
of.
video game one with
Oh,
the two dudes.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
That fucking.
yeah.
But that's hot though.
Oh, dude,
What
you're
did I
sus.
hear? What,
You're kinda
did I
sus
miss
now.
something? What?
Oh, jeez.
Got a little bit of dirt on everyone today. Fuck me.
It's kind of
Yeah, you don't know what lump sum is.
Joseph only sticks his dick in crazy. He doesn't know anything else.
All the friend
Better
group,
than
am I
nothing,
right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, now Lawrence is gonna make more memes of me. Damn it.
Please do.
Yeah.
Please do.
Unlucky buddy.
So I love him.
Okay, Dugan, here's what I want to do. I want to give yourself a chance to clarify some statements you made on previous podcasts.
Yes.
So, I don't think I was on the
Oh,
episode,
God.
but Joseph was brought up. Is there ever been a point where you have felt racially profiled? And then you said, I felt racially profiled because I was tanned when I was younger. And then you got cut off.
I never said those words. I never said those words.
Said those words.
You did. I'm going to cut them in right
he
now. Either you just
but he
heard those
didn't.
words or I was too lazy to cut them in. But it happened.
Or he was wrong. He was wrong.
Dugan, do you
I
want to... No.
believe-
Do you want to explain that story fully? Because there is a story, and it is pretty funny, but I'm going to give you the chance now to go back and explain that story.
Our school is very white, and I was very, very, very tanned as a child because I went outside a lot and just played outside and rode on my bike and didn't speak to anyone and didn't do anything else, didn't read or write, blah, blah. I actually went to speech therapy for many years just because of that stuff. And what happened was that they thought that, because I traveled around Australia with my family and whatnot, and we thought living life like that was much better than actually just doing other stuff. But, so I was a little bit delayed and whatnot, and they thought, didn't ask parents or anything, that I may have been Indigenous just because of my colour. And I was put in the Indigenous program from kindergarten up to about year 2. So I was very confused. I was like being drawn out of class and learning about all this random stuff that no one other people were doing. And I was like, wow, this is great. Why aren't people learning to paint like this or put sculptures like this? I'm like, this is awesome. I'm loving this. And I had someone come in and talk to me once. I was like, wow, this is awesome. Why is it like only me and this other person? Like, so
Who was
confused.
the other person? Do you know?
I don't remember their name.
I don't think we should dox them, even if you did.
I really don't remember the name. I think it was a Jake guy.
Cool.
Do you remember the guy that went Queensland?
Yeah.
I think it was
Oh,
him.
he went to Cairns, yeah.
I think it was him. I don't know. A long time ago. Anyway, yeah. Then in year 4, a teacher told my mother that to go get me checked because I may be autistic because I never spoke to her.
Bruh. What?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, good
so
old
fucked up.
Mrs. Hudson. She goes, yeah.
Were you in my year 4 class?
100%. I hated it. I never remember Zach Blackstock used to
I
go
do
feces in the back of the class.
Yeah, I remember me and Zach wouldn't let us sit next to each other.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Yeah,
Who
and
had feces?
shut up, Jess. So yeah,
That's what I heard from.
so yeah, that's pretty much it.
So Dugan, not racist, actually racially profiled.
Yeah.
But the wrong race.
Oh Jesus.
You
Joe.
could.
You just,
Oh man.
No, that's not what you know. What I meant.
I
Fucking-
clarify.
Speaking of caramel,
Mm.
now I'm
Um,
thirsty. Hungry
Oh
so
yeah,
much.
so Kobe, me, you, and Dugan were in the Discord the other day. We were having a conversation, and you have
hold on.
you have
I have
erupted with some claims.
I have uncovered a conspiracy. All right, this is big. This is bigger than coronavirus. This is bigger than 5G.
You could
This
say
goes
it's our
stra-
generation's Watergate.
Yes,
This is caramel.
this goes all the way to the top. I've got a whiteboard with like a red string around everything.
He's got
Love
a whiteboard, a red rope tied in a noose. He's ready to
Yeah,
go.
yeah. If they come for me, that's straight where I'm going. Even if they don't come for me, I'm probably going to end up there.
If Big
you know?
Caramello Koala comes for you,
The big caramel. What Big Caramel doesn't want you to know is that in caramel chocolates, you think you're getting caramel, but you're not. You're just getting sugar and butter.
so
And you say,
Which is what
but
caramel
is just sugar and butter. No, there is more things that go into caramel because caramel always hardens up. Caramel, like proper caramel.
Oh, talk to
All right,
me.
Joseph, you can understand this because with
keep
you and your
talking.
proper pizza,
Oh,
proper caramel hardens up.
Oh yeah, keep
It
going, big
doesn't
boy.
stay soft.
No, caramel's a flavor, though.
Oh.
It's a
No,
flavor.
no,
and it's
caramel
how
is a
something
thing.
is.
Oh.
No,
Caramel
it's
is a thing.
flavor. It's like you caramelize something because you're
Oh,
making
keep
it.
going.
Joseph,
Yeah,
that's
what do you caramelize it with? Caramel.
Oh.
You dumb
No,
slut.
you
No.
fucking idiot.
Kobe, have you ever caramelized an onion?
No, I don't even know how to cut an onion.
He's a spastic.
So Kobe, what do you think caramel should be? Because you got very into detail on this when we were in the chat the other day.
Now I need to
Yeah,
Google it again.
keep this-
Caramel.
I love the words too. You're making it very arousing as you're speaking, man. How come you don't speak to girls like this?
You're gonna harden up, Dugan?
Let me.
Toffee,
Caramel.
sometimes called... So it's toffee, right? Toffee is caramel. It is a soft, dense, chewy candy made by a boiling mixture of milk or cream, sugars, which is probably brown sugar, glucose, butter,
I don't know if we
and
needed to bring
vanilla.
race into this, Kobe.
All right, okay.
Yeah, it can be any
Okay.
kind of sugar.
I know, I'm pretty sure it specifically is brown sugar.
Well,
No, it
once
is. It is
again,
brown sugar because it has not glucose. That thing, the molasses. That's it.
Damn, Joseph says. I thought you were gonna be racist. You said a smart thing.
But-
Look at all the character growth in this episode.
But caramel in caramellos and caramello koalas is just the butter and the sugar. There's none of the added thing to make it.
It's not
There's
just
no
butter
vanilla.
and sugar though. It's butter, sugar, and artificial colors and flavors that substitute some of the other ingredients.
But it's not caramel. Alright? I'm right.
I disagree.
Kobe is always right.
I disagree.
No, I disagree.
No. Alright. It's you can say it's a substitute for caramel. It's like a nicotine patch. Alright?
How's it
but
like a
it's-
nicotine? That's actually nicotine. Like this is actually caramel. I don't know what you mean.
Fuck! This is like a band-aid that you put on yourself and say it's a nicotine patch when you were younger because your dad was a chain smoker.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Alright. There we go.
Is that why he's 2 feet up, boy?
Oh, come on.
Oh.
So
Come
Joseph,
on.
you and Noah
It's at
finally
least
kissed,
7
huh?
or 8.
I was saying 2 feet up from your eye line, but anyway, sorry. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Oh Jesus. I don't know how to follow that.
Caden, you saw Tenet, huh?
Tenet's a cool movie.
What were your thoughts, Caden?
So I fucking loved Tenet.
Yeah.
I fucking loved Tenet. I liked Christopher Nolan always does a great. That's why we went back and watched the Batman movies. Is because I was like, Christopher Nolan does a great score every time with his movies. Whoever's the composer for the music.
Well,
is
normally it was
Zimmer,
Hans Zimmer, but he
usually.
didn't do this one. He didn't do.
He didn't do
Tenet.
Tenet, but he always still has a good way of depicting music and depicting he displays tension with music very, very well.
Oh fuck! The guy that did this one, Ludwig Göransson, I think is his name.
Ludwig Göransson. The
Yeah,
guy
he did
that
Creed
produces,
and also The Mandalorian and Black Panther.
and he produces
fuck yeah.
Donald
Very
Glover.
good. He's
And
very
he
good.
does.
does.
He's a
It's
great,
really good.
great composer.
But it was like the music in it was really really compelling, very driving, and it
Very
helped
loud.
solidify very, very fucking
That
loud.
whole movie was so loud.
That start part, fuck me, scared the shit out of me.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
it was all
We
really
jumped out of the van?
silent.
Yep.
Yeah, it was all real silent, and then the bang happened. I was like, oh fuck!
Yep. 100%.
But it helped.
I guess we should
sell...
probably say spoiler alert if you haven't seen Tenet. We're not going to say anything too specific, but just be careful.
It helped. Well, we can go into detail. I think it's
We
been
can
long
go into
enough.
detail then. It's been a week. Not even. It's been what 5 days since it actually came out.
Fucking there we go.
Okay, whatever. Continue.
Like it had enough action to work with the music that flowed really well between each other, and it all kind of glued really nicely. I felt.
Yeah.
I thought it was
wa-
a really interesting concept.
Yeah, I was very worried for the start hour and a half of it. Because I was
once
super
he
confused.
First inverted himself. That's
Yeah,
when-
I was like, man, this storyline, like, there's a lot of dialogue, cut scene, next scene type of thing. Like,
Yeah, it was very quick pacing, which threw me off.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
That's why I want to watch it a second time.
So I did watch it a second time, and boy,
that's
do
nice.
I
Thanks
have...
for the invite.
Oh yeah,
Well,
the boys are here, you know.
I
Yeah.
went with Brooke, so fuck you.
What?
Um,
Brooke, can you stop
wow,
taking him away from us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know how many
fucking hell,
movies
Brooke.
that I wanted
At
to
least
see
come
that I
see
haven't-
us first and meet us in person. Yeah. Oh.
Hey,
Dugan, man.
hey, calm down.
No, I didn't say that word. Kobe did.
It's funny because she bullies Kobe after only listening to the podcast. So
Yeah, fucking up. She's one of the boys. She's in
one of the
already.
boys, yeah.
One of the
Anyway, so
boys.
we saw it again.
Guess I'll go kill myself.
Hold on.
Oh,
That's terrible. We saw it, and I have some thoughts. So once you know the concept, the start goes from being very fast paced to being very
Simple.
not very simple.
Very simple.
So like one of the big criticisms of like Inception and Interstellar is that Nolan spends a lot of the time explaining directly to the audience, like the concept of the movie, especially in Inception. I've seen both of those movies like a bunch of times, like I'm sure we all have, and I've never personally felt like I always felt like they were explaining to Ellen Page's character, for, like say in Inception, and that at least made it believable. Where there are points in Tenet where it feels like Robert Pattinson or
he's
fucking
explaining to
Kenneth
the
Branagh
audience.
is just talking directly to the audience.
I swear they literally said a scientist literally says we don't know how it happens.
Yeah,
Just
and
accept
that's
it.
it. So Inception, he really went to like great lengths to actually explain everything. With this one, there was kind of leave it up to fate. Like we don't know how it's happening; it's just happening, and these are kind of how it works. Deal with it.
Mm.
Yeah.
The bit where he gets inverted, the first time,
Where he goes, yeah.
and he goes
it's
gets
at
in the
harbour.
car. Yeah. After Kenneth Branagh shoots his wife, and then they're like, we got it. Yeah. So they're straight up. There's like a big information dump straight on, like, oh, everything's backwards, hot is cold.
Yeah. As soon as
They just say air is backwards and don't explain why. Like
yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
that was just so if someone's backwards if they're wearing a gas mask, like that was the point of that line.
Yeah.
Just that whole bit felt very explaining, and because like I still like the movie a lot, but it didn't feel as like well thought out as other Nolan movies.
I feel
There isn't. Oh, sorry. Can I make a correction? They have. I mean, yeah, it's a plot device, but the air is back. The air isn't backwards. If they are breathing, the air would be coming out.
Well, no,
Sorry.
but they needed like a
The
tank of
mask
backwards
because of
air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the mask is with them, but if they were to breathe air without the mask while in reverse, the air would be going out of
justification
them.
was literally regular.
Yeah, no,
your
but-
lungs can't process the regular air. Anyway,
Yeah.
that was just my thoughts. So I still liked it, but I'd say if I had
it
to
is
rank
pretty
it in the peak,
complex.
the end of
Like it's a very.
But that was my
complex
problem.
thing.
It felt complex on the first watching, and then on the second watching, it wasn't complex at all. Whereas like Inception and Interstellar, and like The Prestige, let's say, even Memento, all still are extremely complex on rewatching, and like that's
Yep.
what he's good at. Whereas this
Yep.
one I felt didn't have that. It was more of the spectacle of it.
I guess
Yep.
that's fair.
But it was a
Like,
spectacle.
The thing that I liked the most about it was the whole time you were kind of guessing like what the fuck's going on. There's a lot just doesn't make sense, and I feel like that was a very obvious thing. That was like, there's shit going on, you don't get it, nothing makes sense. So like, you'd see the car crash, you'd see the random dude walking in reverse, you'd see like the lady jumping off the boat, and all this shit that you're like, wait, like what the fuck was that? Why is that relevant? I don't
Why is that
understand.
important? Yep.
I don't understand why this is here. This is just random. And then when it goes back on itself, it all starts to add up. And then it perfectly ties back upon itself to be an endless loop, which I think was really smart.
Apart from, the very,
bro.
very, very, very. Yes.
Okay, Dugan. So
What?
I paid very close attention to this on the second watching.
And
Wait. Explain.
It's a-
What
So
is this?
we walked out of the movie after we saw it the first time, and we were like, "What was the point of the opera at the start? Like, other than to kind of move the pieces into play, what
And
was
have,
the actual
like,
point of it?"
have one piece. Yeah.
Okay,
So-
explain, yeah.
So what happened? If you remember, the inverted bullet got shot, and then he turns and he saw someone in the full gas mask.
Yeah.
That person had the
That was
washer on the string on the backpack. So
Yeah,
that
it was Robert Pattinson. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what was
And
the
also, remember, he goes after that happens. He runs back out into like the changing area, and he pulls down a bag. The bag had one of the pieces in it, and the guy that he went up to save originally was like involved.
Because isn't that
It was a
technically
test
isn't that
plan,
supposed to be
wasn't it?
his end? Isn't that where it all place because the whole idea is they all have to go back through the past and they have to plant the pieces of the formula in different locations in the past so that no one really knows where
Well,
it is.
Robert
except for
Pattinson
them.
didn't go into the past, remember?
So
R.I.P.
So the guy on the helicopter, I can't remember his name. The guy who got in the helicopter at the end, the fucking MVP of the whole army dude.
Oh, the beard guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took Robert Pattinson's piece because Robert Pattinson obviously had to go back around and save him.
Well, I think he gave it to John David Washington, but yeah, someone else gave it. Robert Pattinson died there, and then the whole point
Also,
was like,
John Davis.
It was his. Oh, go ahead, Karen.
Him going like the whole opera scene is technically his end because after that he gets captured and then he kills himself. That's him succeeding in planning the formula. Isn't that how that works?
No, that's Robert Pattinson then reverses himself back, so he opens the door. Remember?
No. I'm talking about at the start.
No, John David Washington. That was his first. That was for him. We saw everything in like chronological order for him.
Yeah,
I feel like that part at the start was him.
No, he was a CIA agent. They were sent in to retrieve that dude up from the box because the Russians they staged the siege of that opera place as an excuse to disappear the American spy, who John David Washington was saving. So no, he didn't know anything about Tenet yet. But there was a John David Washington that had gone further back because of the end of the movie. We didn't know.
Look, I think even time travel, which I think this movie, even when time travel is really simplified and is kind of made work in a small scale, time travel movies still, with the exception of maybe Back to the Future, don't really.
I was gonna say,
always
Back to the
makes
Future
sense.
is a perfect movie. Don't slander it.
No, I won't. Like when you're tackling. Yeah, but I know enough of the movie to know it's a good movie.
Well, I think it was definitely an interesting take on the whole time travel bit because it obviously asked and answered a lot of the questions that everyone has and kind of almost played their hand a bit with the whole the grandfather paradox and all that shit. Like, what happens if you did this? What happens if you did this? Kind of thing. So I think it was real interesting to see them take that on board and work with it, as opposed to other people who, other movies with time travel who kind of either ignore that fact or try to be very simple with it.
But I think that's
I thought it would be like Back to the Future type of thing where if you kill the person in the past person.
So that was one of the main themes they did wrestle with in Tenet was predestination, because it was safe, did it already happen? But I feel like they didn't go into it enough. So the movie ended up having no themes, really.
It was kind of like they just did it because it was safe, and because if you, I know it's a mind fuck, but if you think about it, if they're still doing it, then it worked. They just have to keep doing whatever naturally was coming.
Well, that's the whole point. It's completing a loop. It's like if it was to succeed, if it succeeds, it means it's already happened before, so it continuously keeps happening in an eventual time loop. So
do you think the bad guy was just super dumb because he would have understood if these people are still... anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. What I will say for the movie is it's amazing how it was shot. So it was shot 95% on IMAX film. Very expensive, very hard to do.
Oh, wow.
Also, so the highway scene, completely practical. The opera, completely practical, including the explosion at the end. The fucking airport scene was completely practical. They built a hangar and got a decommissioned 747 and actually crashed it.
Two of the really impressive scenes from that whole thing was one, the whole airplane scene where they crashed the airplane into the fucking art gallery. And the second one, I don't know if it was just me, but was all the wind turbines and him actually staying in the wind turbine and training in there was kind of cool.
Yeah.
My favorite scene was
training.
It was kind of him waiting,
he was hiding out. But yeah,
he was just he was waiting to be called upon, but then hiding and training,
but also getting jacked at the same time,
getting fucking ripped as fuck.
my favorite scene, which I thought was going to take up more of the movie, was in the blue and red scene.
Yeah,
Where
that was definitely the highlight
see-
of the movie.
Yeah,
was
you
cool.
see the
Blue and red scene.
conversation from going forward.
Final scene, dude.
No, it's not the final
the
scene.
bit where
just
Kenneth-
just
sorry.
before he
Yeah.
inverts himself.
Just for the first time. Like you see the conversation going forward, and then when when the bad dude
Kenneth
reverses
Branagh.
himself, and starts asking questions, you get the answers in reverse.
So that the reason that scene works so well is the whole movie up until that point had been from like John David Washington's point of view.
Yeah,
At that point, the character it switches over to Kenneth Branagh, and then the use of the color makes it really easy to follow, which I think
Yeah.
was a better way of explaining it than having Robert Pattinson just explain it.
Yeah.
Like the movie should
Also,
have done
did John
more
David
of that.
Washington's acting get better the second time, or is it still trash?
I disagree that he was bad. He was great in it. I don't know what you're
Well,
talking
I think
about.
it might have just been the what's the name then the fucking
The Russian accent?
the writing then, because some of the writing was a bit like
I think his character was very like cool and it wasn't a particularly complex character until the end.
No.
Which is what you're probably picking up on instead. But I thought he acted fine.
I did
it was,
kind of
it was
like
more
that.
just like, oh, is this? It is. Like
That
I think
was
that's
the
more just
writing, yes.
Yeah, just the writing's retarded.
I did kind of like the fact that it kind of builds his character up towards the very end, and at the end, like the whole scene with fucking Robert Pattinson and what is his name? John
David Washington.
John David Washington. That whole thing where he's like, "This is just your beginning with my friendship with you, whereas this is my end." It kind of like sets up that scene for him to play on the rest of his life.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I will give the writing for this movie is Christopher Nolan movies, in my opinion, generally struggle with like the emotional impact at the end. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about Inception, but the bit where he's talking to his wife is kind of like played to be an emotional moment, but it didn't really hit me like that.
Feel that emotional. It
And
was
then
kind of
Those
interesting.
movies were so like whack that you can't even.
So
like, feel
I was gonna say
emotions
the fact that this movie wasn't as heady, it was just confusing.
Yeah,
Kind of made that emotional moment pop more. So
yeah, definitely.
a trade off there.
But I think all in all, the whole thing was just, it's engaging. It's definitely
It's
an
very
amazing
definitely
movie to
engaging.
watch, and it's good because I think it can appeal to a larger audience. I think it's borderlines that like it's simple enough to understand to where you don't really need to be super smart to figure it out.
Okay,
but
there you
it's-
go.
But it's also a little push past its depth because you can kind of break the whole thing down and look more into it than is given to you.
Yeah.
So
Very
it
well said.
appeals to everyone.
Yeah, and I really liked the movie. I did enjoy it. It's just compared to some of Nolan's other movies.
I just want to watch it
Sounds
again.
great.
I think watching it again would make it a lot better in
See,
terms of
I'm
actually knowing what the fuck happened.
After hearing Dan mention it, like thinking about it, I kind of.
Still watch it
Wow.
again. I'd
But
say
see, I don't want to ruin how good it is for me because I'm.
but it's not a bad film.
it's still
Like,
not. I still thoroughly enjoyed it the
it's
second
it's
time.
not that. It's not that. It's like the shock and awe of the revelation of how it all plays out, and
Well,
then
But
Well, this isn't Now You See Me when you rewatch it again and then you just get angry that you've watched Now You See Me twice.
okay, guys.
It's a good movie. It's like
Important question: which Franco was better, James or Dave?
Dave.
Dan.
No, sorry. Oh boy. No, fucking, it's so good. Fuck, wait, what's the line?
What?
Don't worry, I've run the line. Don't worry.
That's
I was
sus
trying to-
Dude,
Fuck,
that's
bud.
that's fucking sus.
I was trying
You
to
just
respond
said,
to
"Oh
that.
boy, that's good." That's kind of
Hey, can we use that as a
Oh
new
no, what's the
sensor?
line? No, it's oh yeah, so good. I was like, how's that when he in Spider-Man? Fuck.
Can we use
he's
that
in
as
the
a
Okay,
new
there you go.
sensor now?
You've got it, buddy. You've got it, little boy. Come on, baby Joseph. Come on.
Little 5'4"
He's saying his first
little boy.
words. He's saying his first words. Come on. Come on, you can do it.
Do you? All right.
I
Do
don't
you
fucking
reckon that movie opens up to potential sequels
God.
or spin-offs?
Tenet,
I
absolutely
hope
not.
not.
Nolan doesn't
No,
do
not.
sequels.
Good.
It-
They did
What
Batman.
do you mean?
That's,
Well, that doesn't count
literally
because that was a studio
that's
movie.
fucking, yeah, that's not him.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair enough.
I
And he
don't think
said
it needs
after
it.
Dark Knight,
It
he's
shouldn't really need it.
Oh, it would ruin it.
Yeah, it would.
In before Netflix spin-off.
No,
Dark
he
Knight,
hates
Dark
Netflix
Knight
too.
Rises. Dark Knight Rises probably killed his enthusiasm for sequels, considering how
Sequels.
bad that movie is.
It's not that bad.
bad.
Again,
It is. It's bad. Watch
it's just
it again.
I have many times, and just in comparison to the
Yeah.
other ones, it's not great. It's not a bad movie.
It is.
Also, it always like I don't know why, but it always makes me like giggle whenever I see Batman like just run around because it just looks so corny in the.
It looks so
Batsuit.
goofy. Yeah.
It looks so.
yeah, like
goofy.
when you really think about it, Batman's fucking stupid. Like it's a guy in a
Well,
batsuit.
when you shoot it how Nolan shot it, it's kind of looks stupid.
Also,
Whereas-
yeah, Nolan can't fucking shoot action. I just
Yes, he-
like
yes, he
in, the,
can.
in, the, in,
Yes,
those
he can.
movies. In those movies.
In those-
movies
yeah.
had fucking trash. You couldn't see shit. The
Okay.
camera work was awful in those movies. That's the one thing I dislike about
There are some good parts.
the Batman movies.
There are
The
some
Dark Knight
good
movies.
scenes and
Well,
there are some
he's
decent
not-
fight scenes.
I'd say he's not good at like that comic booky action style of
Yeah,
style of
exactly.
cinematography.
Well,
like
like,
the
if
action
I-
in Tenet was amazing.
Like
Yeah.
compare it to Batman fucking
Compare it to any Marvel movie.
even the Batman that's shit. The Batman trailer. Just like look at that.
Yeah,
how
exactly.
he's beating the shit
Well,
out of
that's
someone. You
that's
can
what I
actually
was
see
building
someone beat
towards.
shit.
That
That's
what's his
not
face?
really an action scene, though.
No, but that's
I
just
mean,
shooting something that I can actually see it. Whereas you can't
Yeah.
in like the Dark Knight or anything. You can't.
Well, long takes
it.
takes in action are often done better than just cut like a
Like
hyper
fucking
cut.
Old
Yeah.
Boy. Is it Old Boy?
The Korean movie with the
Yeah.
hallway scene. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually went back and fucking watched that movie. That whole movie is a fucking trip. I suggest anyone watch it.
And I'm going to suggest if you want a Nolan movie, you should definitely go see Tenet. And then if you want to watch a good Nolan movie, watch Memento. I feel like it's not talked about enough, and it's very good.
What is
And
Memento?
I highly suggest watching Now You See Me and Now You See Me Too.
There's a sequel to that
They
movie.
missed.
That I didn't
They
even
missed
Yeah.
the
And it's-
perfect opportunity.
And it's not called
now
You Don't. Because some fucking stupid
It wasn't even called Now You
executive-
See Me like TOO. It's just Now You See Me the number 2.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
the Magic Man. Now you
Has
see
Woody
me.
Harrelson been cancelled
Nah, you
yet?
No,
don't.
you don't.
Has Woody Harrelson been cancelled yet? I feel like he's a prime
No.
target. Like, how
No.
has he
Why?
not?
Just because he's white.
He's friends with who's that cowboy dude that was in Magic Mike?
Channing Tatum.
Matthew McConaughey
No, Matthew
the-
McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey.
has Matthew McConaughey been what? Has he?
I mean, if you've been sexually assaulted by Matthew McConaughey, you should report it. Number one.
All right.
Alright.
Well, like,
Right,
that'd be
just-
pretty cool because it's Matthew
Sitting
McConaughey.
here on my ranch, sipping Long Branch, eating pork cracklings. Or,
That's a stolen bit. You just stole a bit.
hey, Kobe, did you hear about Malone Brown?
Oh,
Hey, Joseph, did you hear about Malone Brown? Hey, Joseph, did you hear about Malone Brown?
Post Malone.
No, did you hear about Malone Brown?
No. Malone Brown.
You're supposed to say, who's Malone Brown?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it.
Hey, Dugan, did you hear
Hey,
about Malone
Dugan,
Brown?
have you-
Surely you can edit it.
Hey, Kobe, who's Malone Brown?
He's it's my long. Oh, wait a minute! You're trying to get me cancelled. I don't have a long brown cock.
What?
And it's not in my
what
mouth.
the fuck? That's disgusting. Where'd you get that from?
That's really soft. I was talking about Malone Brown.
Oh, I almost said it. I almost said it. I almost fucking said it.
So, Caden, do you want to introduce us? What's this Bellathorn business about?
So Bella Thorne broke OnlyFans, and I think it's kind of hilarious.
So, what happened?
Bellathorn's on OnlyFans.
So
Joseph,
Bella
you're going to
Thorne-
want to wait before you subscribe. Don't give her your $100 or whatever the fuck.
Oh my god.
So Bella Thorne set up an OnlyFans.
Who is Bellathorn for the kids at home?
Fuck, what was she in? When we were
Disney.
kids?
She's most notable from the Disney show Shake It Up, featuring her and Zendaya.
She was a
I want
Disney
to.
kid.
I want to say Camp Rock.
Yep.
I may be wrong.
I don't think she was in Camp Rock.
Yeah, she's been in other things. I know she was in the Ratchet and Clank movie. That was more recent. But she's also really known for being just friends with Tana Mongeau.
Mongo.
I don't know if you're allowed to call
Manga.
her Monju. That's kind of fucked up.
Mongo.
She's not very. She's not a very likable person, to say the least.
Ooh.
But she was a Disney kid, so everyone had a huge boner for her.
Yeah.
Anyway, she made an OnlyFans. And Caden, what happened?
She made an OnlyFans and she broke OnlyFans because she made a fuck ton of money.
She made $2 million in 2 days.
It was like almost within the week. She just made
Yeah.
millions.
Okay, so here's a proposition for the boys.
2 million a week.
How many shirts for big sexy
Okay.
boy Daniel to make an OnlyFans?
20 shirts. 20 shirts by episode 20. Joseph gets his tattoo. If we do
Yep.
50 shirts by the same things, I'll start on OnlyFans and post a picture of my butthole. 50 shirts.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, that's big. That is big,
That's huge.
if true.
That's huge if true.
Huge.
And you know what?
Absolute
I've seen the
massive.
analytics for this podcast. We don't get even close to 50 listeners an episode. So I feel 100% safe.
We're gonna blow those numbers up now, baby.
I'm gonna
Let's get
change
that
my
butthole.
API. What is it? IP address 3 or 4 times.
Well, no, because you have to, you have to buy the shirt, take the photo, post it on your Instagram story.
If we
tag
all
at
get it,
Slalt Cast.
if we all have our families do it,
No.
If we get to 40 shirts, which is before 50, remember this, Kobe will also make an OnlyFans with his butthole.
sure.
Oh,
Oh,
that was
And if we get to 3, Caden will start a free OnlyFans. And we're already at 3 shirts, so look out for that. Nah. But so, let's get back into the story. So,
Well, ideally, she kind of. Everyone's blaming her because she ruined the format.
so from what I understand, because you said ideally, and that's not what that word means. The word Caden was searching for was essentially.
Essentially,
Jesus Christ.
He said it.
Did you go to school?
He said it.
So what Caden.
I think the word you're looking for, boys, is bingo.
Oh, he's gonna pay us now. I had $20 on him.
So from what I understand, what happened was she made an OnlyFans. She set the subscription price very high.
$20.
Oh, yeah, okay.
$20 a month.
Is that high? I don't
Is that high? I was told it was
That's-
very. From the podcast I was heard talking about it, they said it was very high.
Set her price to $20 per month. for
And then
subscription.
she,
At the least.
but she didn't post, like she only posted lewd photos and stuff. And then she sent out like pay-per-view things. So apparently, what you can do with OnlyFans is they can like say if you pay, give me like a $10 tip, you can see my butthole.
what the
I don't know
fuck?
how OnlyFans works, but you can make them pay more money. And so she was sending out like pay-per-view things worth like $100. And then everyone paid for it, and it was just more lewds, and everyone got heaps angry. So they tried to refund the pay-per-views, which OnlyFans like
crashed.
panicked because the amount of money they were losing. And then OnlyFans since then has limited like a $50 cap on pay-per-view things, which apparently is fucking over smaller OnlyFans creators who are sending out their butthole pictures for more than $50, and it's like hurting their earnings now. Was the whole
But-
issue.
All right, sex. Are we all in agreement here that sex work is real work?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
it's-
We all consume it.
It's entertainment.
I mean,
It's not wrong.
yeah, it is. It's just I don't feel the need. Oh, sorry, I don't see the need in OnlyFans, but also putting a cap on that shit just kind of shitty.
Now, Joseph, the real question here is how many OnlyFans are you subscribed to?
None.
You just found
Okay,
out
but
about it.
can't
Joseph,
afford
how
that
many
shit.
OnlyFans are you really subscribed to?
How many is there in the bank?
Well, I'll just throw this to Brooke. How many do you subscribe to, Brooke?
What?
She is literally not here. I
I
don't
know,
know why
I
you're
know.
No,
asking.
because
I'm throwing
It's
it
an
to
alpha. It's an alpha play because in the post edit, Dan's gonna edit in Brooke's answer. We won't know, and then
not
we'll be
going
a surprise. For...
No, Joseph
She
just
won't
wants
do
to talk to another girl named Brooklyn.
Dangerous.
Did any of you have anything else you wanted to bring up?
I mean, I think there could be a pretty big topic. I mean, we could kind of talk about if he's one, which is this one.
You can just say it out loud. I was gonna. So, this is a bit of a vibe kill, But
Well, that's what I mean. That's why I'm like, do we want to talk about it or not?
Yeah.
We're
So
on a
that's
pretty
It
high
would be
note.
remiss.
It's
It would be remiss of us.
it's sad, but
it's sad, but it's very important that we do talk about it. So this week, the unfortunate news that Chadwick Boseman passed away after a 4-year battle with colon cancer.
He was so young too, man.
He was. I'm not sure exactly how young he was. I can find that out.
He was 43.
Yeah, and he was really only he was just coming up as a film star in these last few years. Black Panther definitely, but also
massive roles.
Well, massive. I was gonna say Da 5 Bloods, a huge movie for him, and he's been in other films like 42. Is a great.
42 was cool. 42 was sick.
It's also he was a great voice for the African American community and inclusivity and rights and stuff, and it really is a tragic loss.
It was it's rough, but the thing that I kind of I guess thought was a little wholesome about the whole experience that Summer pointed out was he didn't really keep a lot of it public.
Not at all. So the whole time he was filming Black Panther, it was in between camo and stuff for his cancer.
Exactly, which I think is pretty humbling to know that he's giving his all throughout that whole experience without making this whole media shitstorm of Chadwick Boseman has cancer. What's going to happen?
No, he's extremely selfless,
which is amazing. It just kind of puts forth that idea of being an entertainer isn't anything to do with the limelight. It's purely for entertainment and self.
The joy to give.
Yeah.
Doing what you love.
Yeah.
And doing it because you love it.
Yeah. Cancer sucks, dude.
Cancer does
Fuck
suck.
cancer.
Fuck cancer.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Guys, this has been this week's episode of the Slalt Cast. Kobe, where can the people find you?
At _55 Kobe 55 _.
And what's the other place? This is the only episode where you're going to be allowed to plug it.
At South _bound _band.
Get your tickets, homies. You can find me at DanielS737 on Twitter and Instagram. You can also find my shirts on Slalty.com. And when I say my shirts, I mean our shirts. Go buy them.
This is communism.
It's more Dan.
It's
Dan does a
ours.
lot of the work. He's a good man.
I was there.
Kobe
I named it
came
Big
to the
Boy.
merch meeting. Dugan,
I named it Big Boy.
Dugan, where can the kids find you?
Price sign.
Just straight out docs himself.
If you need any creams or medicines,
Or ointments.
Morning after pill, come see
any
me. I'll give it
herbal
to you.
remedies, Joseph, where can the kids find you?
Jojo F1999 or Via Garibaldi.
When are you going to start posting on there, mate?
I did. Actually, shit, I was supposed to post tonight. I have a picture. I'm posting it now. So plug that.
As
down,
we speak,
please.
we're supposed to be doing a podcast, buddy.
Caden, where can the kids find you?
I just go to my band. I don't do much on my
At
posts,
Varen
just-
Band on Instagram. It's in the description. He's terrible
How
at
come
this.
you have to get Dan to do it for you?
Well, I
every
was going to
single
do
week?
it, and I actually did it last week.
Thanks for listening. Please remember to leave a positive rating wherever you're listening from, and to follow our socials at Slalt Cast on Twitter and Instagram.